Well, the stage is all set for the nationwide COVID vaccination tomorrow. Frontline workers, including doctors, nurses, besides other health workers, will be receiving the first doses of the COVISHIELD vaccine. Meanwhile, preparations are in full swing in the northeast for the mega vaccination exercise tomorrow. And Assam has so far received 2.20 lakh doses of the vaccine, which would be administered to frontline COVID workers, including doctors, nurses and other medical staff. The vaccine would be administered in 2 phases to a population of 1.10 lakh, and a total of 1,56,000 individuals had registered themselves for getting the COVID vaccine. An additional 60,000 to 70,000 doses would be required to complete the vaccination in the first phase. Around 30 to 35% of the state's population are expected to be vaccinated. Well, meanwhile, Meghalaya is fully preparing for the COVID vaccination exercise tomorrow. The state has received a total of 35,000 doses. The vaccines are being stored in a cold storage facility at the Central Vaccine Store as the Pasteur Institute. Initially, about 16,000 health workers are expected to be vaccinated. And moving on to Manipur, well, the state has already received 54,000 doses of COVID vaccine in the first slot, and the vaccines are being kept at the storage facility at the National Health Mission Complex. The government has established 246 centers for the vaccination drive on January 16. And as many as 23,305 health workers in the state of Arunachal Pradesh as well will be vaccinated for COVID-19. Health workers from hospitals such as Tomo Riba Institute of Health and Medical Sciences, Tawang District Hospital, Zero Hospital, Alof Pasigat, Namsai and Longding District Hospital will be vaccinated as well. And as a matter of fact, a total of 100 healthcare workers, including Anganwadi and Asha workers, will be vaccinated in the first session. Meanwhile, a total of 18,500 doses would be administered to frontline workers in the state of Mizoram as well, and the exercise would be conducted at the Civil Hospital Aizawl, ITI Urban Primary Health Center, Zoram Medical College and Lunglei Civil Hospital, where 100 people each will be receiving the vaccine on the first day. All right, to know more on how the state's gearing up, we are joined by Meghalaya correspondent Roger Sangma. So, Roger, the first phase of COVID-19 vaccine, of course, will begin tomorrow in the state of Meghalaya. And, last Tuesday, we saw Meghalaya receive its first consignment of COVID vaccine, and a total of 35,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccine reached in the state. So, how is the state gearing up for the mega exercise, Roger? So, Roger, if you can hear me, let me tell you once again that the first phase of COVID-19 vaccination will begin tomorrow in the state of Meghalaya. How is the state gearing up for the mega exercise, Roger?
Right, Preana. We are just few hours away from a very historic day of defeating this COVID-19 virus, and the state, Meghalaya state, is very well prepared. From what we gathered from the health minister who spoke to us recently, and he said that the state stands very prepared and they are ready with anything that comes tomorrow. And around 16,000 health workers will be vaccinated tomorrow. They'll be given this dose of vaccine, and it is a pretty exciting time. And also, there have been apprehensions from various corners. Some people have had some reservations about getting themselves vaccinated. But the health minister has assured that there's nothing to worry, and he's also assured that he went on to say that if he's allowed to be given the first shot, then he's ready for it. Preana.
Of course, Roger, all eyes on India's as world's largest in-collusion drive begins tomorrow. As you mentioned, 16,000 health workers will be registered tomorrow for the vaccinated. And well, Roger, how many sites have been identified across Meghalaya for the first phase of vaccination drive?
Yeah, so in Meghalaya, they'll be starting off with two main sites. This will be in Nigrims and in Garo Hills, the East Khasi Hills and the Garo Hills. So, like the health minister has said, they are ready, and another advisory that was given by the state government is that the state have to be prepared for this vaccination drive, and from the looks of it, the vaccines have already arrived. 35,000 doses of vaccination doses have arrived in Meghalaya, and the state seems ready, Preana.
Right, Roger, you mentioned two main sites being identified across Meghalaya for the first phase of vaccination, which is East Khasi Hills and Garo Hills. If we talk about health workers, health department here, Roger, how is the health department stepping up with the initiative?
Well, Preana, I'll just like to add something to what I said.
Right.
Actually, 11 sites have been identified, but they'll start off with two districts. That is the East Khasi Hills and the West Garo Hills.
Right.
And the state have made all the preparations aided by the central government. And the health minister has said that we are very prepared, and the priority is the vaccination of the health workers, the frontline workers who have been battling it out for the chunk of the last year. And as the COVID pandemic had started, they were in the front line, and so the state is very prepared to give them the first dose. And the health minister has also said that the doses will be 2 doses will be given per person, and separately, that is. And these beneficiaries who have been identified will be given the doses, and on-spot registration won't be allowed. This is what the state government had to tell us.
Well, Roger, keep us updating. Thank you so much for all those details. So, viewers, that was our Meghalaya correspondent giving us all the details, Roger Sangma there. And now quickly joining us, Sharat Chandra, our correspondent, Manipur correspondent there. Sharat, Manipur as well prepares for the rollout of the vaccination drive. How's the state gearing up there, Sharat?
Also on Manipur. And now this 54,000 doses have already been arrived in Manipur, and also been dispatched to different and the family welfare office, we have witnessed those vaccines dispatching to different places. That is very precisely in the 10 center across the state. For every district to have the district hospital. So all this vaccine has already been dispatched to this respective district headquarter hospital in Imphal West, which includes RIMS Hospital and the private hospital, Caesar Hospital in Imphal West. And in Imphal East, particularly Zoramsanga Hospital, this is a state-owned hospital. And tomorrow's, that is 16 January, this vaccination launch will take part by the Chief Minister and Biren Singh at the Zoramsanga Hospital. And this 16 January, statewide, this vaccination launch will take place in 10 center. And very particularly, the state-level vaccination launch will take place at Zoramsanga in the morning, and it will be launched by the Chief Minister and Biren Singh.
Right, Sharat, tell us how many sites have been identified there in Manipur for the first phase of vaccination drive.
You see, particularly for very precisely for 16 January, 10 center has been identified where the launching will take place, and the target is around 8,476 health workers will be vaccinated. This is the target from the state health services, and altogether 37,771 health workers has been identified, and first phase vaccination may take around 72 IT days, which has been confirmed by the Additional Chief Secretary, State P. Bhai during a press conference held yesterday at the family welfare.
Right, Sharat, we even saw Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, who visited the airport to take stock of the vaccine cargo. And we can say that Manipur has been witnessing a decline in COVID-19 infections, and that's in recent days, Sharat, isn't it?
Yeah, Manipur Health Services, with the effort from the Manipur, very particularly from Manipur Health Services and the Manipur government, they managed to flatten the curve of COVID-19 map in Manipur. Yes, so far as positive cases are concerned in Manipur, it is receding day by day, and so far the death report is concerned from the last around 5-6 days. There's no report of any death due to the COVID-19 in any hospital in Manipur.
Well, right, Sharat rightly said. Keep us updating. Thank you so much for all the details, Sharat. Well, now viewers quickly joining us, Indu Chuku, our correspondent from Arunachal Pradesh. Indu, Arunachal Pradesh will as well join world's largest coronavirus vaccine drive tomorrow. How is the state gearing up, Indu?
Yes, Preana, tomorrow by 10 a.m. The preparation is already on swing, and by 10 a.m. The program will be scheduled. And in the first stage, 7 districts, including the Tomoriba Institute of Health and Medical Science based out here in Naharlagan, will be vaccinated, all the healthcare workers, and as many as 23,305 health workers of the state, in the entire state, will be vaccinated. And it will be in 2 batches as per the norms given by the Government of India. And yes, it will be in 2 batches. And
Right.
As of now, it is the health officers who are here in the station. They are not yet to decide who will be gracing the occasion tomorrow. But since, as per the information, the health minister, Alolibang, and also the chief minister is not in the town, but they are still making arrangement on that. But yes, preparation is on full swing, and few vaccines that have already reached yesterday evening has been dispatched to districts like Tawang, Namsai, and Pasigat in the first phases of the vaccine.
Right, Indu, as you mentioned, 7 districts are being identified across the state for the first phase of vaccination drive there. Now, if you talk about health department, how is it stepping up with the initiative, Indu?
Yes, the health department, they are, they will be, first of all, they are going to focus on the, of course, the health workers only. That includes the Anganwadi and also the ASA workers, and they will be vaccinated in the first phase. And after that, only the important departments from various sectors, organizations will also be vaccinated accordingly, and later on the public will be. So yes, they are all geared up, and yes, they are all geared up for the vaccination program.
All right, Indu Chuku, well, keep us updating. Thank you so much for joining us for now. Well, that was our Arunachal Pradesh correspondent Indu Chuku giving us all those details. And again, we're joining now by our correspondent from Mizoram, Issac. Well, Issac, a consignment of 18,500 COVID-19 vaccine to be used in the first phase of inoculation in Mizoram as well. So, Issac, how's the state gearing up?
Yes, Preana. Yes, the state is all set for the rollout of this first phase of COVID-19 vaccine tomorrow. Yes, this COVID-19 vaccine has been kept in the whole chain in the vaccine store under high security. So it will be distributed tomorrow in 4 different places in Mizoram. So in Idaho, it will be distributed in 3 different places. Distributed in Indu district as well. So yes, the state is all set for the rolling out of first phase of COVID-19 vaccine in the state, Preana.
Right, Issac. Well, tell us how many camps will be vaccinated there.
Yes, on the first day, only 100 people in each in 4 vaccination places, and in 4 places, 100 each will be 100 people will receive vaccine the first phase. So on the first day, 100 people will receive vaccine in the first phase. So in 4 different places. Yeah.